Om Shanti, peace to you, peace to me. Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Peter and today I would like to discuss what they're not telling you about the new laws made in the UK. This is at the end of April now. This is about 2 or 3 days ago, so this is time. I'm putting a time on this. So just a few days ago this legislation was released. I just want to quickly talk about consent. Consent. We used to have consent. We should be governed by consent. And now they say, well, it's group consent. So it's becoming to group think now. We're moving towards Orwell's world. Yes, we are, whether you like it or not. We are striding towards it, and it gets this new legislation is really moving us a lot quicker towards that. So firstly, consent. The BMJ used to say we have the right to consent for any medication put into us. And if somebody used a medication that didn't tell you what it was going to do to you, that was a criminal offence, absolute criminal offence, because they were deceiving and lying to you. And it was battery. You could be battery. You're done for battery for doing that. As that slowly floats out the window, it's gone. 1984 Act. It was to do with tuberculosis mainly, and they were having to force people to take the tuberculosis drug, and they forced people on that. So that was in that act. Now it's any infectious disease, as in 3 days ago. And as soon as the bill came in, I think it was 27th of April, as soon as the bill came in, you had to adhere to it as a person persona. It's not actually you, but you consent to that because you allow your name to be in capital letters. That's you, your person, your actual human being, flesh and blood. Right here, you can tap it on the chest, but it's not you, it's your person. That's a different story altogether. So what can they do now with this act? So a justice of the peace can deem you to be a liability in the community because they suspect, don't have to have any proof, suspect you to have a virus that is dangerous to the community. They can suspect. In fact, they can make up evidence. It says in the bill. I'm going to put a link to the bill down here. You've got to read it to actually believe it. Right? There's another link to the BMJ article that says about consent and medication. Really, there's your research. 2 credible places. There's the legislation from the government. You can read it, just read the thing, and then you'll see I've just read it, and I'm really using my anger to put the passion into this video because it's like, whoa dude, you cannot do this. So your right to consent is gone. So what can they do? They make up a scenario, say that you're sick. They can come in and take you away into either a hospital or suitable establishment. And if you don't feel that there's something wrong with you, they can put you into a re-education camp. They'll give you training to make you believe what they're doing. This is true. Read it. Click on the link below and read it. It takes a little while to read it, but read it. Please read it. So they can do that to you. So anything that you touched in your house now, anything that you touched, even your house or your property, they can come and take. And they can take it and they either decontaminate it or they can destroy it. So they can come into your home, take you out of the home, put you into a suitable establishment, re-education camp, and destroy your property if they deem it suitable for the safety of the general public. Now, are you getting this? Are you getting this? Are you understanding what I'm saying? I don't want you to understand it. I want you to comprehend it. Comprehend it. Get it inside of you to say, this is what is actually happening. So you can do that with your property. The people used to say to me when I talked about conspiracies happening and things happening like this, what freedoms are you losing? It's all down there in black and white. They've got everything they want on you now. This bill is unbelievable. I can't believe that politicians have read this and consented to it and not said anything in Parliament about it, that they can do this, they have the powers to do this. You used to be able to demand what was in the medications. What is this going to do to me? Is this going to harm me? That's all drifting out the window. I'll put the links to the legislation and also the BMJ article, because we are seriously now, we are moving very, very rapidly into very, very dangerous position, very, very dangerous waters. You've got the World Health Organization being exposed, being funded by Bill Gates mainly. You've got all these companies are advising on getting the vaccine out there, and he's saying that they're independent companies, but they're not. You do your research again into Bill Gates and you'll see that they're all these companies all funded by him anyway. And Zach, a guy called Zach on the internet, has exposed all the politicians that are being in the UK here. I'll talk about the UK, that are being funded by Bill Gates, and he's pushing this vaccine. And if you look what his father was into eugenics, and you think that Bill Gates isn't. Eugenics and population reduction. You think this isn't about population reduction with vaccines? What they put into the vaccines, they dumb you down. They dumb you down. They make you. Well, it's proven fact. Your IQ lessens. The IQ of humanity is actually dropping right now. If we were to try and read a paper of 100 years ago, we wouldn't understand it, because our vocabulary is shrinking, our intelligence or IQ is shrinking. And why? Why are we the most sickest species on the planet? Because of this agenda that's going on in the background, and they call it the cabal, or whatever you want to call it. Some people, the Illuminati. And that's more disinformation. There is obviously a secret society called the Illuminati. Whether it's the one controlling the world or not, I don't know. It was very interesting research from Adam Weishaupt, who set up the Illuminati a second time on the behest of the Rothschilds. A very interesting read and research, and who the Illuminati were. They called themselves illuminated because they were getting past the dogmas that they were living in at the time, and that's fascinating, because it helps you to realize the dogma that we're living in now and the mean that we live in. And because it's a mean, we feel that we cannot change it. We can change it. We can. Yes, we can. So your individual journey is your consciousness, and you growing your consciousness. But our collective journey, we can collectively create. And what's happened is we've gone to sleep, and around us, maniacs, John Lennon called them maniacs, creating a maniacal world for maniacal purposes, have pulled the wool over our eyes and produced legislation like this down below in the show more section. Read it, please. I urge you to read it, even if it's just a skim read. You'll see the tyranny, the absolute tyranny that it actually is. And it's not conspiracy, not conspiracy theory. This is a fact. This has happened. This legislation has been conspired. There's been a conspiracy that people met behind closed doors to get this together. But read it, just look at it, and you will see that we are very, very slowly, or now very rapidly, losing our freedom. So the people who turned around to me in the past and said, "What freedoms are you losing?" There you go, have a look. They can make up anything about you, that you have an infectious disease or whatever, a problem with your health. I don't, I live very healthily, thank you very much. And come in and put you into a suitable property or suitable place where they can keep you without any charge, and they can come in and take everything that you own because it could be deemed to be infectious. So go and read it, but make sure you have a lovely thing to do after because it will make you angry. And channel that anger into something good. Produce something good from that anger. That's what you need to do, and that's what I've just done. Got it out of my system. I hope you can get something out of this and actually read that legislation, because it is incredible. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. We've sort of gone into some deep, heavy stuff. If you have, please like and subscribe, and I'm sure I'll see you in the next video. Sarang Hamida.